Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek, and this is 20th of December, around 4 o'clock. Just the market has closed. It's almost 4:10, and I'm slightly late for this recording session. I was out on a meeting, and the traffic was a bit difficult, and so here I am. So you're going to get this video a bit late. Um, let's look at the VIX. Let's get started with the VIX, and the VIX is higher. It's gone up by 7.61. VXN is closely tied to Nasdaq, and that's why we are looking at VXN these days. All our CRISPR shares are mostly in Nasdaq. So if the VIX goes up, as you already know, we are going to have a situation where the share prices are going to go down. So let's look at the damage in our sector and see whether we are in a good shape or not. So here we go. Let us select our biotech sector and sort based on the gains. So the best share today, best performing share today in our set of shares is Editas. It's up 1.07%. So let's go into the chart of Editas and let us see what is happening here. So each bar is 1 hour, and I think we have crossed a resistance and we are staying above the resistance. So I'm going to make this green for now. We'll have to sometime retest this. So Editas has got a support at 29.76, which was earlier resistance, and we also have support from the 100-day and 50-day EMA. So overall it is looking good, and the last segment you can see the red candle and the green candle are almost identical. If they become equal size, they are supposed to cancel each other out, or else this particular configuration, if I'm not mistaken, is called as a bearish harami, which means it shows that going forward the trend is going to be negative. So we hope that that's not the case, and we'll see how it goes. Now if you look at the bottom here, this shows the dark pool activity. So dark pool trading happens separately in order that it doesn't impact the prices in the market. So these are all huge orders which go through without impacting the market price, and you can see a lot of purchases there. So that's again a positive. Let us look at what's happening with Bluebird. Bluebird has had a mixed bag, a bit of purchase and sales in the dark pool. In case of the MCAD, we are bullish, and RSI also has got plenty of room to go up. So we have had a meteoric raise today, and we have broken above this channel, this red line, which we have here. The red line was a resistance for the longest time. If I just go out here, you can see the resistance started on 8th of November, and it was tested multiple times. So now that becomes a support. So I'm going to turn this into green, and this will act as a support. It has been tested once already, and it has gone up. Let us look at Vertex. So in case of Vertex, we have a gain of 41 cents today, and I think we are struggling with this resistance here at 215.77. So once we break above 215.77, our next resistance is going to be 217.33. So, and we have the support of the 50-day EMA, and we are past the support of the 11-day EMA. So 11-day EMA is no longer in play. And I had drawn this line here to kind of track the upper limit for this, and I think that line is totally invalid because it has not tracked properly. So I'm going to remove that. So all we have here is the support from this green line, which has been in play for a while, and I'm going to adjust this a little so that it more or less reflects all the touch points. Yeah, so this is our support, and these are the two resistances out for us, and the MACD is bearish, and RSI is slightly positive, but I can't make anything out of that. But if you look at the dark pool, it has been negative, so dark pool selling has taken place in Vertex. Let's look at Beam. Beam is down 1.53%, and it is still above the resistance, so above the support that we had here of 81.22. So that's a positive. We have got strong resistance here at 87.54, where this the bigger channel that we had, if you see this red line, it has been coming with us from July 21. It has been tested once, twice, and now it's going to be tested the third time. So that's going to be a challenge because it's also tied up with a 87.54, which has been a resistance from before, and also 91.31 is the next resistance after that. So there is very strong headwinds for Beam, but among all these shares, Beam is the strongest in my opinion. So we'll have to see how it goes. MACD is bullish, but it may cross over the signal line tomorrow. And as far as RSI is concerned, it is almost close to overbought. However, in the dark pool, the activity has been predominantly buying, so that's another positive sign. Now let's look at ARCG. ARCG is down 1.77% and it is still struggling with 64.34 as the resistance. Once it breaks above that, then we can start plotting the other resistances and this will become a support. And right now, the MACD is crossing over the signal line, so it is bearish, and the RSI is almost coming close towards neutral. All the activity in the dark pool indicates a lot of purchase, so that is a positive. CRSP down minus 2.03. Let us zoom in and see if we are still above the support. Yeah, we are still above the support of 81.07. That is the support. Yeah, 81.07, and post market we have gone below it, but post market volumes I do not generally consider in my calculations because the volumes are also small and it's not regular. And likewise for pre market, we should not judge the rest of the analysis with pre market and post market. So I would still say I'm still confident about CRISPR. And if you recollect, we had spoken about the Morningstar breakout. After that, it has been really positive. It still got support from the 50-day EMA and the 11-day EMA. So we are positive on CRISPR, and tomorrow hopefully the tide should turn. All the dark pool activity has been positive. It's all green, so it's all buys. So that's also a good thing. When we go to Teladoc, Teladoc is down 2.31%. And if I look at the action here, we have gone below the support. So I'm going to turn the support of 97.20 into resistance. That support was 97.20. And now that is going to become a resistance for us. We still have support at 92.32, and we still have support from the 50-day EMA. However, the 11-day EMA is out of commission. So that's where we are. Let's look at Regeneron. So what has happened with Regeneron is it has come down below the support line of the long-term channel, and it is kind of forming sharp bearish channel downwards. So this is not looking good at all. RSI is gone to oversold, so there should be a bounce back tomorrow. MACD is also totally negative, and there is a likelihood that it may cross over the signal line tomorrow. So we should see a little bit of a dead cat bounce for Regeneron tomorrow. Intelia is down 4.36%. That is a big drop. We are still above the support channel, which is this green line. Our resistance is at 132.97, and we also have resistance on this red line, which has been coming with us for a long time, since 1st of July. So that is the situation. As far as the MACD is concerned, it is bearish. It is below the signal line. Dark pool activity has been positive. I think people are buying the dip, and RSI is neutral. So let us look at news, if there is any news for any of our shares. Editas, there is a news here. Editas Medicine gets FDA nod for investigational new drug application EDIT 301 to treat blood disorder. This is a positive news. Not sure why we didn't have much more of a bump, but that can explain this 1.07. Let's go to Bluebird and see if we have any news. There is a sector update. Healthcare stocks for moderately low. There is last paragraph is for Blue. Bluebird was nearly 1% higher, fully recovering from a 23% slump to an all-time low of 8.13 a share earlier in the day, after FDA placed a partial hold on clinical testing of its lovotibegalone experimental gene therapy for sickle cell disease in patients under 18 years. The company said it expects to receive written questions from the agency early next year and will work quickly to respond in order to resolve the partial hold. So that is a bearish sign. So apart from that, let's see what else do we have here in Vertex. Vertex stock slide from earlier gains. That was December 1st, so no new catalyst for Vertex. For Beam, let's look at this. Beam shares jump after FDA approval. That is November 8th, so no new news. ARCG, no relevant news here, and ARCG. Now let us look at CRISPR. No new news for CRISPR. Let us look at Teladoc. No new news for Teladoc. Regeneron. No new news for Regeneron. Intelia. No new news for Intelia either. So that is the rundown of our sector shares. Now next let us look at the heat map and see where we are with the heat map. So now in the heat map you can see a whole lot of red, which means overall the entire market has taken a big beating. And if you look at our sector in biotechnology, we got a lot of green spots, and a couple of our, three of our shares were in the green spot today, including Vertex. Whereas drug manufacturers, only 4 of them are in the green. The rest are all in the red or deep red. All the financials are down. All the technology is down. Communication is also down, except for Netflix. Uh, Consumer cyclical is also down. Consumer defensive is predominantly down with a little bit of green here and there. Real estate is also mostly down. Energy is down. Industrials is down. Basic materials is down. So I think on the whole, I think we should be happy that we have got at least 3 shares in the positive, the biggest loser being Intelia. So as I said before, the market is likely to be choppy. There are people who are talking about a Santa Claus rally, and I'm still waiting for it. It's already 20th, and our trading days are going to reduce in number for the Santa Claus rally. So if something has to happen, it better happen tomorrow. And that's about all I've got for today. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for all your support. And sorry for the delay in publishing this video today. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, and talk to you on the next episode. Bye for now.